Marty, played by Jason Bateman, Wendy, Laura Linney, Charlotte, Sophia Hublitz, and Jonah Bird, Skylar Gardner, truly became a united force to be reckoned with in the Netflix series finale, particularly given Jonah's actions in Ozark's final scene. Before that, however, Wendy and Marty faced a battle to keep them on side, as well as juggle a deal with the cartel, FBI, Ruth Langmore, Julia Garner, and keep their political manipulation in action. Warning: this article contains major spoilers from Ozark Season 4. As usual, though, Wendy had figured out a plan to try and get her kids to listen and get herself back in their good books, although it was questionable to say the least. Wendy checked herself into a psychiatric facility under the facade that she was going to kill her father if they didn't admit her. Once Jonah and Charlotte heard her side of things, Wendy decided her work was done and they left the facility as a family, but things quickly took a turn. As Marty and Wendy told their children they had a meeting with the FBI sorted, a gala for their exclusive investors and political interests organized, and a date for the movers to get them out of the house, he took his eyes off the road and a truck veered onto his side. "Dad!" Charlotte screamed as Marty skidded out the way, but the speed they were traveling sent the minivan flipping and cascading onto the roadside. Marty was the first to make it out of the crash with a few scratches and bruises and hastily got to work getting his family out of the vehicle. Jonah and Charlotte crawled out the back window unharmed, but an unconscious Wendy stayed inside. However, moments later she woke up and Marty dragged her out of the car before Charlotte planted a huge hug on her mother, and Jonah looked on relieved his family were safe. What followed was the birds together as one cohesive and scheming unit, demonstrated by Jonah's shooting of Mel Satem, Adam Rothenberg, in the final scene to stop him from exposing his parents' part in Ben Davis's, Tom Pelphrey, death. However, a new theory has emerged among the fandom to suggest the entire crash was orchestrated by Wendy in another twisted move to get her children on side. After all, the relief her children exhibited after they saw her alive following the crash showed just how much she meant to them. Ozark fan and Reddit user Extra Huge Soda put forward the theory, saying, "I tell myself Wendy caused the car accident and called the semi-truck to hit the birds." Laying out the evidence, they explained, "Semi-trucks just don't fall off the road, perfectly positioned in the wrong lane like that. It had to be planned." Moments before the crash, she let the kids opt out of the party at the casino. "She's the hegemon leading it, and it's weird considering the birds have to maintain a white, nuclear family image to the public and politicians. It feels out of place for her to say that." Marty turns his head and looks at her, concerned, and his eyes leave the road. Finally, notice after the incident how she spent the longest in the wrecked car, which made her kids concerned about her safety, thus bringing this fragmented family closer. After forcing herself in a mental institution failed, I think she over-dramatized her injury to get their attention. It honestly sounds like a stretch, but it makes the ending and Wendy's character better for me. She's a total psychopath and I'm here for all of it, they concluded. Sick, given Wendy's extreme measures she's gone to before to get what she wants, orchestrating a car crash wouldn't be out of character. In fact, it would be far from the worst thing she's done in order to try and manipulate those close to them. Plus, given how Marty explicitly mentioned in Season 1 how trustworthy and sturdy his minivan was to Del, Asai Morales, she may have known it could handle a crash. With Ozark now over, fans will have to make up their own minds, but there's certainly enough evidence to back the theory. Ozark seasons 1 to 4 are available to stream on Netflix now.